Welcome back to 5 Minute Drum Lessons, where we get it done in 5 minutes or less. On today's agenda, more fun with the bass drum. We're looking at 16th note placements and doubles. So playing two quick ones, two quick 16ths on the bass drum, which is a great skill to have and opens up lots of possibilities and can sound pretty cool, and we can work it into beats as well as fills. Today we're looking at beats. So presumably you've already seen the video where we're doing bass drum on each 16th individually. So we practice playing on the beat and then on the E and on the and we did those variations. So this is the follow-up to that idea. For these exercises, again, we're just doing straight eighth notes on the hi-hat, 2 and 4 on the snare. So simple up here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And that'll always stay the same throughout these exercises. And then, so these are sort of like technical exercises to help open up our playing and give us the freedom to play whatever it is we're trying to play on the bass drum, whether it's a groove we're trying to learn or a groove we're trying to create, or you're trying to learn a song, or whatever you're trying to do. The idea is we'll have the technique to be able to pull that off. And you could play this kind of stuff too if you were just playing it as a beat in a song. I'm sure it could work sometimes, but these are sort of technical exercises. So we're thinking in doubles, so 2 16th notes at a time. And we're just going to think in order. So the first 2 16ths, 1 E. So the bass drum pattern is going to be 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and that's what we're playing on the bass drum and keeping this steady here. So you have 1 E and. I'll demonstrate it just with the hi-hat first and then we'll bring the snare in after. So it's 1 E and. So you have together on the 1, and then E is bass drum all alone, and then the hi-hat plays the and. So 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then we bring the snare in. And then just be careful. Anything where you're playing the bass drum and the snare drum together, like on 2 and 4 in that example, you want to make sure it's nice and tight as much as possible together and avoid any flamming. So then we go on to the next 2 16ths. So now the next two, it's E and. So we're going to be going 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and. In relation to the hi-hat plays the 1, E on the bass drum, and then and they link up together. 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and, 1. With the snare, 4 and 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and, 1 E and, 2 E and, 3 E and, 4 E and, 1. Then the next 2 16ths, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. With the hi-hat, 1, and together, is the bass drum all alone. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. And then we bring the snare in on the 2 and the 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And then we have one last variation where now it's the last 16th, so the and then on the beat of the next beat. So we're going to be playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. With the hi-hat, 1 and 2. Okay, 1 and 2 play through each variation a little bit quicker. So then we go back to the beginning. 1E, 3E, 4E. 1, 2, 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. Then we do E and 3 and 4 and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. Okay, and then we do and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Good. And then we do on the beat and on the So 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And then these ones are tricky to chain together. I think working on each of those individually is really, really great exercise and will prepare you to do lots of different things and help break some new ground if you're not super used to doing doubles with the bass drum. But just as a little test to myself and put myself on the spot a little bit, I'm going to try to do 2 bars of each, chain them all together, and then we'll end on that. 3 and 4 and. So you can piece it together like that if you like. I hope you got something out of that. Thank you for joining me. Any questions, let me know. I'm always looking for suggestions on new stuff. So if you have specific questions, please let me know and we'll address it in a video. Thank you for joining me. See you on the next one.